Hello, and welcome to the 2025 Scripps Green Country Regional Spelling Bee, sponsored by Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers.
Hello, welcome to the 2025 Scripps Howard Regional Spelling Bee. So the format for the competition today is going to be a traditional spell down. Each of the spellers that you see here are going to receive one word per round of this competition. The word list for today's competition has been curated by the officials at the Scripps National Spelling Bee with reference to Merriam-Webster Unabridged. And there is a reminder, there's going to be a 15-minute break every 2 rounds of our competition. We also ask that you refrain from leaving the competition in the middle of a round. If you could wait until the round is over or until one of those breaks, that would really help us out. And so I'm going to just make sure to repeat those instructions about the microphone one more time because I want to make sure that you each have the best opportunity to do your best. So the microphone, again, it's going to assist you in making sure that the judges can hear your spelling. You're going to walk up these steps. We're going to have a couple of you sit up here, and then one of you is going to go to the microphone, and then you're going to say the word to make sure that the judges can understand that you understand the word. When you're ready, again, you're going to take another deep breath. We did one of those this morning. And then you're going to enunciate each word carefully, and you want to speak directly into the microphone. You want to slow down. You can ask the judges or the pronouncer questions and think positively. And then you're going to be ready to meet that challenge. So on behalf of 2 News Oklahoma, thank you so much for joining us to celebrate the achievements of our fantastic young spellers this morning. So we're going to start the competition, and I will turn it over to our pronouncer.
Thank you. Welcome to everyone. Just, I think, a few things to mention for the kids. I know you're nervous. I could feel it. I could see it. That's normal. The deep breaths help, right? So let's take another deep breath. Hold it. Now let it out. Your family's here. They're all very, very proud of you. This is an accomplishment in itself to just be here. I never made it to a regional spelling bee for what it's worth. So you're doing better than I did at this age, right? So you should all be proud. You're going to do great. We're all really, really proud of you. For the family, this is just a gentle reminder that we are going to do our very best to get this right. It doesn't mean we won't make mistakes. I can almost guarantee you I will at least make one. But that's why we have judges here, to make sure that we rule on things, we make it fair, and I promise you we will do our best. I think one thing worth mentioning, this came up last year, that one of the rules is that if the speller starts to spell a word and if they unfortunately misspell it in that first approach and start over and then spell it correctly, it's still going to be incorrect. And that's kind of hard to come to terms with, but that's just the general spelling bee rule. And I just want to, I hope it doesn't happen, but it may. But I just want to remind everyone that that is the rule, and that's the rule we'll have to kind of stick with. But otherwise, how about we get started? We're ready for our first round. We can have our first speller come up. Amarine, is that how you pronounce it?
Huh?
Amarine or Amarine?
Amarine.
Amarine, all right, here we go. So your word is goober.
Goober. G-O-O-B-E-R. Goober.
That is correct. Okay. Jalen? Your word is shamrock.
Shamrock. S-H-A-M-R-O-C-K.
That is correct. Natalie, your word is Amish.
Amish. A-M-I-S-H.
That is correct. Okay. Avery, your word is Barbie.
Barbie. B-A-R-B-I-E. Barbie.
That is correct. Catherine, your word is jammer.
Can you repeat that?
Jammer.
Jammer. Jammer. Jammer.
That is correct. Scarlett, your word is chief.
Chief. CHIEF. Chief.
That is correct. Michael, your word is infirm.
Can I get the definition?
Yes. Not strong or sound physically, of poor or deteriorated vitality, especially as a result of age, feeble.
What was the word?
Infirm.
INFERM.
I'm sorry, it's incorrect. The correct spelling is INFIRM. Let's see. August, your word is debunk.
Debunk. D-E-B-U-N-K. Debunk.
That is correct. Emma, this word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. So I will say the word, provide its part of speech and definition for you. Okay? The word is birdie. It is a noun. A golf score of 1 stroke less than par on a hole. I've never made a birdie before. Birdie.
Birdie. B I R D Y. Birdie.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. It's B-I-R-D-I-E. Okay. Rylan?
Raylan.
Raylan, your word is canoe.
Canoe. C-A-N-O-E. Canoe.
That is correct. Zakari, your word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. So I'll say the word, give you the part of speech and the definition, okay? Your word is mantra. It is a noun, a verbal spell, ritualistic incantation or mystic formula used devotionally in popular Hinduism and Mahayan Buddhism.
Could you repeat the word?
Mantra.
Mantra. M-O-N-T-R-A. Mantra.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. It is M-A-N-T-R-A. John, your word is dicey.
Dicey. D-I-C-E-Y. Dicey.
That is correct. See, Henry, your word is bingle.
Could you repeat that, please?
Bingle.
Can I have a definition?
Sure. Any of a breed of large domestic cats that were developed by crossing a wild leopard cat with any of various domestic breeds of cat.
Can you say the word again?
Bengal.
Bengal. Bengal. Bengal.
That is correct. Allison, can you turn your sign around? Go. Perfect. All right. Allison, this word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. So give me time to provide the part of speech and a definition. The word is kazoo. It is a noun. It's a device into which a person sings or hums, and which consists usually of an open-ended tube with a membrane-covered side hole. Kazoo.
Kazoo. Kazoo. Kazoo.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. It's Kazoo. Ryan, your word is abaft.
Can I have the definition?
Sure. Toward or at the stern.
Abaft. A-B-A-F-T. Abaft.
That is correct. Christina, your word is horseradish. Horseradish.
Horseradish. Horseradish. Horseradish.
That is correct. Brio, your word is corgi.
Corny. C-O-R-N-Y. Corny.
The word was corgi, C-O-R-G-I. Just a reminder, if you don't feel like you hear me quite well, I can pronounce it as many times as needed. Daniel, your word is Neaton. Neaton.
What?
Neaton.
Neaton?
Neaton.
Oh. Neaten.
That is correct. It is also okay to say what. I hear you loud and clear. Gage, this word has a homonym or could be confused with another word. So I will give you the word, part of speech, and provide the definition. Bowie. It's a noun, a large hunting knife common in western frontier regions.
Could you repeat the word?
Bowie.
B-O-W-I-E.
That is correct. Nathania, your word is Curtail.
Can you repeat the word?
Curtail.
Can I have a sentence?
Sure. To shorten in duration or scope.
May I have a definition?
Sorry. The definition is to shorten in duration or scope. Used in a sentence, to stop oversleeping, Layla tried to curtail her snooze button addiction by placing her alarm clock on the other side of the room.
Curtail. Curtail. Curtail.
That is correct. Miriam, your word is whirlybird.
Can you repeat the word?
Whirlybird.
Whirlybird. WHIRLYBIRD. Whirlybird.
That is correct. Elizabeth, your word has a homonym. The word is Kodak. It is a verb. Let's see. It means to take photographs with a small hand camera of the same name. Kodak.
Can you repeat the word, please?
Kodak.
Kodak. Kodak. Kodak.
That is correct. Ethan, this word has a homonym or could be confused with another word.
Right.
The word is memes. It is a plural noun. It is amusing or interesting items such as captioned pictures or videos, or genres of items that are spread widely online, especially through social media.
Memes. MEMES. Memes.
That is correct. Charles,
Yes.
your word is cranium.
Cranium. CRANIUM. Cranium.
That is correct. Claudia, your word is screeno.
Could you repeat that?
Screeno.
Definition.
Bingo designed for play by audiences in motion picture theaters.
Could you use it in a sentence?
Played between feature movies on slow weeknights, Screeno saw its height of popularity during the 1930s.
Screenum. SCREENUM. Screenum.
Sorry. The word was screeno. SCREENO. She was 25. It's like 26 didn't come. Okay. Aubrey, your word is dreadlocks.
Dreadlocks. DREADLOCKS. Dreadlocks.
That is correct. And just a reminder to speak up a little bit more.